Hello, my people. We are in the social media session today. Hello, hello, hello. Of course, you guys know I'm on here for you guys to help you with your social media. If you have questions related to social media, or you want me to take a look at your Instagram profile and kind of give you some tips on that, I'm happy to do it. So jump on, say hello. And yeah, so let's do it. If you're there, say hi. I love to help you guys. So social media is my thing. I love to do it. I think it's fun. I think it's rewarding. I think it's a great way to get unlimited lead generation that's going to have clients coming to you. You don't have to beg them for business. They're going to be like, hey, I want to work with you right now. Hello, can you critique my Instagram, Lawanda Dildy Realty? Sure thing. So let's check it out. All right. So let me do this. Let me see if I can copy this real quick. Lawanda Dill D Realty. All right, here we go. Let me pick. All right. Hopefully you can see my screen. I cannot see both, which is interesting, but that's okay. Here we go. Okay. Wait a minute. Lawanda Dill D Realty. Is this you right here? Realtor. Oh, that's totally different. Okay. Lawanda Dildy Realtor. So that's what your at is. So just make sure you use that whenever you're trying to share your Instagram handle with somebody. Okay. So here we go. Let me look at this for you. All right. Picture is really good. I like that. First things first, I would say let's not use sentences as our bio information. Remember, your bio is the most important piece of information as far as your real estate social media footprint is concerned. So you have 150 characters on Instagram, and I want you to use that to its fullest potential. People want to see bullet points. It makes it easier for them to digest how you can help them. So remember, your bio should contain three things. Number one, who you are and what area you serve, who your ideal or target client is, and what can you do to help them. And this will help you kind of, get to the right client. So I also love the fact that you have retired Navy chief in here. So I'd say keep that in there as part of it because that'll help you, of course, attract a lot of veterans too, which is really good. Let's see, still serve my community, which is good, and family and family. Okay. So, yep, just bullet points. I also love using emojis with these. So I would definitely recommend that as well so that you can really get to your audience and help them draw their eye to your bio, because how it works is when they see your video on social media, they're like, okay, cool, I like this video, let me see who this person is and if they're worth following. So what they'll do is they'll go to your profile, and if they look at your profile and they're like, I can't really understand what this person does or how they help me or what the reason would be for me to follow them, then they are not going to follow. So you want to make sure it's clear, concise, and that they can clearly articulate why they need to be following you in the first place. The next thing I would say is you have multiple links here, is what I see. I would say keep this to one link because people are confused when they come to your profile. And if you have more than one link, they don't know which one to select to take advantage of whatever you have. So say, for instance, you did a video on down payment assistance and you told them in the video to click the link in my bio to get started. Well, which link in the bio? And I know it may sound easy for you to understand it, but for other people, they're like, what? Which link does she want? And I would just recommend your link tree should be your main link and your only link that you have in your profile. These other Facebook profile and your website should be inside of your link tree. So don't make people confused by giving them overstimulation. Too many links is overstimulation and they tend to not do anything. So that's what I would recommend on that front. Does that make sense, Lawanda? The other thing that I would recommend is highlights. Highlights are so important to make sure you have this look of put togetherness on your social media. So make sure you use highlight covers for these. Don't just use the picture or whatever you posted, because it doesn't look very good when you're just looking at your overall presentation. Remember, this is like a name badge or a business card for your business. Think of your social media just like that. And if they come to it, doesn't feel like it's put together, they don't take it seriously. So let's go on Canva, look up Instagram highlight covers, pick one and use that. If it's not even important, or this is old, which let me see how old this is, 3 weeks old. So I'm sure it's not an open house anymore. So I would just say either take it down or make sure it's relevant information in the highlights that they can actually take advantage of right now. So hopefully that helps you. I'm just going to look really quickly at your videos and just take a look. Okay. So just a couple of pointers on this. When you see these TikTok logos, that means that you've downloaded the video straight from TikTok. And if you've done that, the algorithm in Instagram doesn't like that. And as soon as they see that SEO from TikTok, they stop those videos from being shown. So I don't recommend that. So just take heed of that when you're kind of posting on social. All right, so hopefully that helped, Lawanda. Anyone else want me to look at your Instagram profile? This is for you guys. Again, if you have questions that are social media related, post them right here in the comment section so I can answer them for you. I'm an open book. I've been doing this for about 3 years now. I did not have a social media presence before I got on social media for real estate. And I had like a Facebook page with 200 followers, nothing else. And now I'm able to teach agents how to use social media to their advantage, because your digital footprint is so important to your business. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what broker you work for or whatever. If you have not built a brand that people can recognize and that they recognize you and they trust you, you're going to have a hard time, because you see how many commercial spaces are empty right now because offices are no longer in person, they are virtual. So how can a person know who you are if you don't have an office or they don't have a place to go to meet you? How can they look up your name, Lawanda? If they look up your name, what are they going to find about you? I encourage each of you that are on here right now, Google your name and see what pops up. Just Google it and see. Is that what you want to see? If not, what can we do to change that? Because people are going to look you up. Even if they find you on Instagram or TikTok, they're going to say, how do I know this person's not a real person? Because I swear I have like 20 people impersonating my page every day. How do they know it's me? So what they'll do is they'll Google my name and then go find my business information so they can contact me directly, just because they may be nervous that they may be with the wrong account, right? Which is good, because I've had a lot of people contact me saying other pages have reached out to them, sent them messages, talking about crypto and this and that. And I'm like, those are all fake pages. And people have actually gotten scammed because of it. But there's really nothing I can do, because they block me, first of all. But, use people are going to use their resources and their intuition before anything. So Google yourself and see what it shows on social media so that you can see what people see when they Google you. And remember, I'm here for you guys. If you have questions, please put them in the chat and, let me know what you have. Or if you want me to look at your profile, I'm happy to do that too. So you don't recommend recording and editing in TikTok and then sharing to Instagram and Facebook. However, we should create original content on other platforms. So what I recommend you do, and it's what I've been using for a long time, and that's what I teach my students as well, is that you should be editing and recording inside the TikTok app. TikTok is the main source of trends and things that are going on. So you start there. You don't want to be delayed in what you're posting. So use TikTok as your number one source for that. Record and edit in there. Then you're going to use your phone to either screen record or use an app that's going to take that watermark and SEO out of the background of the video. And then you're going to post that same content to Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You do not have to create original content on every platform. That would be unreasonable. I have to admit, it would be so unreasonable. But you should be posting like maybe 3 to 5 videos a day. And this is video content, not posts, not pictures. I mean, video. So remember, people are going to connect via video more than looking at a picture of you or a picture of a house. So that's how they get to see if you're relatable to them, and they should be able to trust you. Yeah, got it. Okay. I'm not sure why you're popping up as Facebook user. Maybe there's a setting or something like that. But yeah, thank you for all of your questions. I know there are a couple of people on. Don't be afraid. Don't be shy. Put your comment here. Say hi to me. Okay. I don't want to feel like I'm just talking to people that aren't paying attention. If you're on here, that means you want to know something, you have questions. So let me help you with that because I don't come on here with a topic. I come on here so that I can help you guys. If you want me to look at your Instagram profile, let me know. I'll take a look at it. I do this every Wednesday at 11 Eastern Standard Time for 30 minutes. I do cut off right at 11:30. So if you have questions, please let me know. Please let me know. What you got, guys? Don't be afraid. Ask your questions. Can you explain screen record? So what I would recommend is kind of hard to tell you guys how to do it here. Just Google how to screen record on whatever type of phone that you have. And that way you can do it. It's kind of a little bit of a tedious task that I teach my students how to do. And there's a couple of nuances to it. So I would just say Google and find out from there. Any questions? Any questions? If you want me to look at your profile, I'm happy to do that. So let me know. How's it going in the accelerator, by the way? Are you learning anything? Do you have questions about that? If you're on here, usually you're in the accelerator program, which is good. I wanted to give you guys enough great information for you to really get started because it's not as difficult as you may think it is if you just put in the work and you have the right tools. And of course, the next step to that is like, all right, I've got the tools, I've got what I need. Now I need somebody that can actually guide me through this and give me that support that I need. Because in my program, I have a support specialist that actually works one-on-one with all of my students in the program. I do weekly calls every week at 12. Matter of fact, right after this call, be on that call, answering in-depth questions because it's really about your business. Social media is not a one size fits all. And if anybody tells you that, they are lying. You really have to once you get the basics, it's all about what does your data and analytics tell you about what's happening in your business on social media, and I can help you tweak that based on what you show me there. Perfect. Tons of great information in the accelerator program. I love it. I love it. Yeah, that it really is a great tool for people to really help them take their business to the next level. Your digital footprint is like the most important thing, guys. Your digital footprint. So what I would recommend is definitely diving into that if you haven't already. You're already in. Now we need to dive in and take advantage of what I'm telling you. What if I have multiple niches? How would you suggest I decide on one niche first? So I think what you need to do is kind of decide what excites you the most. So what are those multiple niches? Is it veterans? Is it luxury? Are you just undecided because you're not sure where you should get the most business from? Like, why would you want to focus on multiple niches, or why do you have multiple niches at this time? Or is it that you're just trying your hands at everything and you're not really sure what you should have as your niche? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So, I mean, give me a little bit more detail, but what I would say is what interests you the most is a new construction, is it veterans, what is the case, and stick with that. You'll realize that the more you niche down, the easier it is to attract your ideal client. So you have to ask yourself what really excites you about real estate. Why did you get into it in the first place? What does your client avatar look like? Who have you worked with already? What do you have fun doing? I don't know about you guys, but I don't like working with investors. It's not my thing. So I know that that's not my niche and that's not the type of content I'm going to put out. That's not the type of client I want to help. Right. But somebody else, they'd be like, I love investor clients. That's like my favorite thing. I love looking for properties that are off market, blah, blah, blah. Me, I don't like it. So really ask yourself those questions, and then that'll kind of help you get down and narrow down your niche. Remember, guys, if you're on here, you want me to look at your Instagram profile, I'm happy to do that. I never have a topic when I come on here. I just kind of wing it based on what you guys want to know from me. If you have questions that are related to digital marketing, social media, let me know because you have the power. You have the power. Stop overthinking it. Stop thinking that you need to be this perfect person on social media. You don't. You already have people that you know and love that know and love you in your personal life. Why do they love you so much? What is it about you? And use that to your advantage when you're on social media, because you realize the same tribe of people will be attracted to you on social media as well. But you have to give them the opportunity. They don't know that they need to know you until you put yourself out there. What AI programs do you use for content ideas? So there are several. If you have my AI Ultimate package, I give those away in there. But I would say, first of all, start with Chat GPTs. Super easy way, easy tool to use. It is free to a certain extent, and it's easy. Like, you just type in, act as a realtor that wants to help first time home buyers. Give me 10 content ideas for TikTok. Boom, let it work for you. Let it give you the content ideas. And not only that, once you have the content ideas, you can say, expand on number one. And then it will expand on that information, or give me a script for number one. Give me a script for number two. Give me more detail on number three. Like, it's very intuitive, and really easy to use in that way. So I'd say play around with it. Play around with it, see what works for you. And also, Canva has a tool too that has like a Chat GPT AI installed in it. So basically, you would go on there. It's called Magic, right? And you would put in your questions. Like, say for instance, I want to know the top 5 down payment assistance programs in Florida right now. Boom. You write that down, and now it's going to populate those top 5 for you. And now you have content that you can use that you probably didn't know about. A lot of this is about educating yourself first so that you can educate other people, right? So you don't want to be surface level. If you're surface level, you're like every other realtor out here, surface level. You want to go deep into the details. You want to bring out information that people have never heard before. You don't understand how many realtors I've had come to me. They're like, oh my God, I follow you because you tell me all this stuff I don't even know. I'm like, that's perfect, right? Because as realtors, our main agenda is to solve a person's problem. How can you solve a problem if you don't know any of the information that can help them solve that problem? If you're not educating yourself, you can't help them, right? You can't help them. I don't know how many clients I've had come to me that, oh, my agent never told me about this program or that thing, or how I could do this or that. That's because your agent probably didn't know, right? So you really have to like start educating yourself. And I'm not saying like you got to go get all these books and start reading and that thing, but every day make it a point to learn at least one new piece of information that you can share on social media that also builds your level of knowledge about the real estate industry and about those types of things. I book consultations with home buyers all the time, and they're asking me questions about the videos and information that I'm posting. Could you imagine if I did not know what I was talking about, how those calls would go? It would be terrible, terrible. Guys, if you're on here, we are at 11:17. I've got about 13 more minutes of time where I can answer your questions about social media. I can do a critique of your Instagram profile. Let me know. I'm happy to take a look. So a lot of my old videos don't have titles, and I don't know why I can't see you guys' names, which is very interesting. I don't know if this is the same person or someone else because I cannot see, which is interesting. Facebook comments on stream, I won't show names. That's so weird. I feel like the last time I didn't do that, but that's okay. Is there a way? A lot of movies don't have titles. Is there a way to go back and title them, or should I do it from this point on so that my viewers can clearly see what my reels or TikToks are about? So what I usually do, it depends on the type of video you do. So if you've seen any of my content, a lot of my videos will start with 5 ways to blah, 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 and it's already on the screen. If that's the case, I just make sure it's centered on that screen, that's going to be the beginning of the video, and it'll always show as the cover to the video. Now, say for instance, if you're talking, yes, you need to add a title on the cover for either Instagram or TikTok. And TikTok, you can do it easily, but you can't go back and do it. But I would say for going forward, make sure you have a title on every one of your videos. That way it's clear when people come to your page, like which types of information that you're putting out. On Instagram, in order to do that, you would have to create like a screenshot of the video that you made, and then maybe go in Canva and create a title. That way you have a cover that you can put inside of Instagram to show people. But on Instagram, I don't really do that as much, but on TikTok, I do. So, any other questions? Any other questions? I'm glad you're on here because you kind of get like one-on-one with me, right? It's so funny. And I do a deep dive on a lot of this inside of my program. So if you want to get into that, book a call with my team. Like, don't waste another second because 2024 is right around the corner. You want to start it off strong, and you're going to do that by making sure you have the right ways to market. And social media, although it's a free tool to use, there are a lot of things about it that you need to learn to help yourself leverage it the most. And that's where I come in. It's having multiple series of helpful strategies to get people to continue to watch, like follow me for part two. I love part one, part two. So, and the cool thing about that, or what you should do, is make sure that you cut off at a spot where it's like a cliffhanger for people, where they're like, "Ooh, I want to see the rest," right? So I love part one, part twos, and you can actually do them in highlights as well. So, for instance, on Instagram, if you have like several videos of the same type of topic, you can make a highlight at the top of your profile, like what we talked about before. And now it's like, okay, down payment assistance is a highlight. Every video, you would put that in the highlight so that now they have a bucket of information to go to. How do you get over the fear of posting video of yourself? You know what? That's so funny that you asked that because I cringe at my videos, especially at the beginning. Like, I really hated it. I'm not a social media person. I hate video. I hate all of that. I know hate is a strong word, so I dislike that a lot. But what I would say is, in order to get over that, you need to have a reason why you are doing this. Like, it has to be a higher purpose for you. So for me, I had a lot of my own family and friends that did not understand the home buying process. I myself had already bought 3 homes, so I wanted to show people how to do it without a lot of work and effort, and it's not as bad as they thought it was. So that's why I started, and that's where I come from, like really trying to help that underserved community where most realtors would be like, I'm not helping that client, it's too much work. For me, I'm like, why not? These people also deserve to own homes. So that's why I started it. And once you start first posting the first couple and start getting those responses, then it's going to be your gas to your fire to be like, oh my God, I love that I'm being able to help people. I'm going to keep pushing forward more and more and more and more and more. The initial is hard though. And I think it's because inside of our own heads, we feel like there's something imperfect about us, but we have to realize that whatever people love about us in our personal lives, they're going to love about you on social media too. Right? You don't say, "Hey, I'm afraid to go meet my friends today. I'm afraid to go in Lowe's today cuz somebody might see me." You don't say that, right? So think of social media the same way. It's just that you could potentially reach more people, but we do things every day all day around strangers. It's fine. Matter of fact, I prefer to do video content than do go out in person and go around strangers in Lowe's or restaurants or whatever, because at least I'm at home in the comfort of my own home. I don't have to worry about anybody messing with me or asking me another question because that introvert sometimes kicks in, okay? What else, guys? I know you're on here. Say hello. So that I can say hey back and ask me your questions. I'd love to review your Instagram profile if you want me to. So just let me know, and I'm happy to do that. Let me know. Let me know. I'm here for you guys. I am here. If you haven't posted a video content today, literally, I need you to post some content today. Don't wait another second, okay? I love that you offer this call to us. The knowledge you're sharing is so valuable. Thank you again for your time. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Again, I'm here for you guys. I do these every Wednesday, unless it's like a holiday or something else is going on, but I try to do it. It's not necessarily a part of the accelerator program, but I just wanted to do it again as another piece of value add for you guys because I want to help you as much as I can. I didn't have anybody help me when I started out on this. Matter of fact, in real estate, they were like, get on social media. That's stupid. Like, I swear, I can't tell you how many people were like, social media is not going to work. And now those same people are like, can you teach me how to do this now? So I literally was like on an island by myself trying to figure this whole thing out. And that's what I don't want for you guys. So, hopefully doing can really, really help you guys get to the next level of what you're trying to do. Remember, you are only one video away from going viral. You're only one video away from realizing your dreams. So you have the power. You have the power. And try to do like one take. I'm a one take wonder because I don't want to do multiple takes, first of all, because it takes too much time. Right. But second of all, you get the most authentic me when I do it in one take. When I do it three, four, five takes, you can tell it's like scripted. It's not as it's just different. Why are we so limited on TikTok when it comes to music and trending sounds and only able to use commercial sounds? It's because you have a business account. If you have a business account, you need to change it back to a professional or personal or creator account, I think are the options. So do not use a business account because if you do, it sees you as a business like Pepsi, Nike, and they're thinking, okay, this business can only use these commercial sounds that are actually licensed for commercial use because they are a business. So what I would recommend, change it back to a creator account or a personal account, and that way you can use all of the sounds. Spacing video post apart suggestions. So when you're starting out initially, you need to figure out what your data is going to be as far as when you need to post. Do not use like the little post that they have on Google that says post these times a day on TikTok. Don't do that, please. Don't do that. Because it's really about you getting to understand your audience. So I would recommend starting out, just post 3 times a day, maybe at 9 a.m., noon, and 9 p.m., and see how those work. You have to track your data in order to understand how it's working. That's why you guys need some type of tracking tool mechanism to say, all right, I posted it on this day, and this is how it did. I posted it this time. This is how it did. Like, we need to get into the weeds because it's so important. Just like you track all your data on your cold calls and how many letters you sent out and all that, this is just as important. You have to do detailed work on this too. But thank you, Heather, for the question. See, I see your name, but some people's names I don't see. That's so weird. That is so weird. What questions do you have, guys? What questions do you have? I have 3 minutes. 3 minutes. So if you have a question, let me know. If you want me to look at your Instagram profile, I can do that probably very, very quickly. But I'm here for you guys. I would love to see you guys inside of the higher level program too, because that's where I really get deep into the details and give you all the tools you need and really, really, really help you take it up a notch. Of course, you get help from my team as well. I have a client success manager that does one-on-ones with my students. I am actually jumping on a call with my students at 12 today. We do it every Wednesday at 12. Probably getting ready to add a second call. Because it's so many people that I'm trying to help, and I want to make sure I can answer everybody's questions. So, cool. How many views do you need before Meta pays you for views? So I haven't really seen. So it varies, but I used to do the pay for views thing on Instagram, and I think they stopped that. And I think Facebook still does some, but you really need a lot of views to even get into that category. I would recommend if you're looking for pay for views, the best way to do that is through YouTube. So all of your content should be posted on YouTube Shorts. TikTok is actually getting a little bit better with the creator tool to be able to post on content and get paid for views. But YouTube is your best way because that's where you're going to get the most money for your bang for your buck. And I'd recommend building that up. So every piece of short form content that you post, you should be also posting to YouTube Shorts as well. Anything else? We got 1 whole minute. Gosh, this 30 minutes always goes so fast every time. I'm appreciative of you guys jumping on. Remember, this is every Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, unless there is a holiday or something else. But other than that, I'm here for you guys. If you have questions, can we migrate all of our old videos over to YouTube Shorts? I don't see why not. I mean, you have to do it one at a time. But if you have like the YouTube Studio app on your computer or something like that, you can just drag over each one and let them all download at one time and then update the titles and things. But yeah, I don't see why not. I don't see why not. All right, guys. We're at the end of the time. I swear this goes so fast every time. I love to see you guys on here every Wednesday, 11 a.m. Have your questions ready. I don't have a topic on this call. I just want to be here for you guys and give you support and guidance. So let me know. I'm happy to help you with that. And if nothing else, I will see you guys next week. All right, guys. Bye. Talk to you soon.